If you want to know how to make this yourself in the van, then keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be cooking. I know, I haven't done a cooking video in a very long time, so here we are doing a cooking video. Today I'm gonna be cooking some Russian food, which is pelmeni, one of my favorite Russian foods. The reason why I picked pelmeni, because number one, it doesn't require an oven, number two, it's pretty easy to make and it's pretty cheap, which goes along with the whole van life movement thing, and it's amazing. It tastes very, very good. So with this dish, the hardest part is prep, and it takes the longest, but once all the prep is done and pelmeni are made, cooking them actually is very easy. It takes no more than like 5 to 10 minutes. But before we start cooking, I want to do a huge shout out to all of my Patreons. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. All of your pledges helped buy all the ingredients for this video, so thank you so much. And as always, don't forget to like this video, leave me some comments down below, and if you're new to this channel, my name is Evie Nova. Don't forget to subscribe and join Evie Nova family. Let's get started. So for the ingredients, we have green onions, and that's going to be like a garnish at the end. We have eggs, olive oil, flour, sour cream, onion, garlic, black pepper, buttermilk. They didn't have regular buttermilk, so I had to get the reduced fat one. And we have turkey and water. So those are the ingredients. Oh, we also need salt, which I'm gonna get over here. Salt. We have the pink kind because we like it. Okay, so first we're gonna start with making dough, and that's the thing I'm kind of nervous about the most, only because I don't have like a KitchenAid or an electric mixer, so we're gonna be doing everything by hand. And mixing dough by hand can be tough. So I have this big ball that I had to borrow from a friend's house, and then I need to pull this table out because we need the most space as possible. Okay, so to make the dough, and I have my recipe over here, we're going to need 2/3 cup of buttermilk. What has happened? What are we fighting for? Now we can. Okay, that's good. And then we need 1 tablespoon of sour cream. Okay, and then we need 2 cups of warm water and 2 eggs. We can do that. And then we gotta mix it all up. I don't have a whisk because space concerns, but I do have a fork. And then you just whisk it until everything is very, very well blended. Okay, so I forgot to do a disclaimer. I am not a professional cook channel. I am not a professional chef. I know how to cook, but not a lot of things. So forgive me if I make any mistakes. I know in my last cooking video, a lot of you asked for like, show you the ingredients and how much and so forth, and do more the close-up. So I am gonna try to do that in this video. But if I forget anything, please don't hold it against me, because I am not a pro at this type of videos. I whisked all the liquid stuff, and then I'm gonna show you over here. I don't know if it's gonna focus or not, and it looks pretty good. So now what we're gonna do is add flour. It says add 4 cups of flour and start mixing it in the mixer. I don't have a mixer. I don't. Maybe I'll just do 1 cup at a time. I think that's what I should do. Just 1 cup at a time.
Back in the day. Back in the day. Back in the day.
So once the dough is done mixing, that's what it's gonna look like over here. Once you added all the flour, you want to continue mixing it for about 5 minutes, and then after that the flour is done. So just make sure to put it on like a slightly floured surface. I'm gonna add some flour in the bowl and leave it there, only because I have limited amount of surface space. So I'm just gonna spray the bowl with some flour, just to make sure that our dough ball doesn't stick to it, you know, and leave it like that. So our flour bowl is ready. I am going to put like all the ingredients and everything down in the description below, so definitely check that out. So if I don't make any sense, don't worry, there's going to be detailed description in the description of this video. So the next step would be making the filling. Alright, I really hope I'm on focus. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is the filling. We're gonna cut onions and garlic. So we're gonna do a whole onion and then 3 garlic cloves. We're gonna slice them up and start sauteing them. And I already peeled it, which I thought I filmed, but apparently I didn't. So all I have to do is dice it very finely. I don't have a cutting board, so I would have to do it on the kitchen counter, unfortunately. But, you know, that's van life. So we're gonna do that.
Back in the day.
Okay, so now we're sauteing the onions. I tried to film earlier, but it stopped. So we're just gonna saute them until they're brown. I've added a little bit of olive oil in the pan, and we're just sauteing them. And I'm gonna try to get a close-up shot of this as well for you guys. So we're just gonna do that until it gets brown. Oh my god, it smells so good. Mwah. Love it. So the onions are done sauteing, so I am gonna put them in this paper bowl for now so they can cool down just a teeny bit. And then I put our turkey meat in the bowl already, because now we're gonna mix the onions with the turkey. And before I put the onions in here, because they're still hot, I'm gonna put pepper and salt in. I'm gonna use this to mix it all up. You can also use, like, if you have the KitchenAid or the blender or the mixer, I guess, you can just use the mixer to mix everything. Obviously we don't have it because we live in the van, and the storage and the power is limited. So you can also, if you like spicy food, you can also add some hot sauce if you like. I've seen some people do that. Me and Jed, we don't like spicy food, so we're not gonna do that. Now I'm gonna add a nice grilled onions with garlic. Also, you can make any kind of filling. So like if you're vegetarian, let's say, you wanna do meat, you can always do you know, like a veggie meat, so you can do potatoes, or you can yeah, there's so many different fillings you can do. It just depends on your taste. I usually like to do turkey and pork mixed together, but we decided just to do turkey this time. Okay, so here is our filling, and it's all done. Let me throw this away. And then I might add a little bit more pepper. Here's our dough. Okay, so here's the dough. Here's the filling. Now we're gonna mix those two together to make pelmeni, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So now comes the fun part. So now we have to make actual pelmeni. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spread a little bit of flour on our countertop. So first you're just gonna take a small piece of the dough. Make sure it stays a little bit sticky so it can stick to you know, itself. Make a little ball, and then we're just gonna roll it into a log. I would say about like 2 inches in diameter or so, 1 to 2 inches. Anyway, so you make a small log like this. You can also roll the whole thing of dough at once if you want to, but because we'll have limited counter space, I'm just gonna do a little bit at a time. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a knife and cut it into a little disc. So first you have to roll it, take a small like ball like that, roll it in the ball, and then you want to put flour on both sides of it. And then use a smoothie bottle or any kind of bottle shaped thing to roll it into a little circle like that. Not too thin but not super thick, about that size. And then you want to take filling, not too much, because if you put too much in it, it's not going to cook all the way when you actually cook it. And then you go like that and make like a little taco out of it, and then you're gonna shove it in there, and then you just close it up and make it into like a dumpling. And if a little bit comes out, that's okay. And then you just want to make sure that all the ends are completely closed. You don't want to have any openings. And then what I like to do to make sure they're fully closed, I'll take a fork. Mine broke, unfortunately, my plastic one, and I go like that to the ends of it, and I don't push super hard, just enough to like make an indent and make sure it's fully closed. So it makes it this beautiful dumpling. And then you take these 2 ends and you close it like that, one over another, and you just smash those together and make sure they're like fully connected, and then you have a Russian dumpling. So that's how you do it, and then you just repeat the process until all of your dough and filling is gone. Here's the first little batch I did. Here's the flour. I'm gonna put it in the bag and we're gonna put it in the freezer. How do I do that with one hand though? I can't. So let me do that, and then I will show you the end product. Okay, so here are they in the Ziploc bag. We have 2 batches so far. That's where it gets tricky. Not everybody has freezers. We don't have a freezer. We do have a fridge. We can set it to a freezer, but I didn't do it this time because we're lucky enough we have friends here, so we just drove over to our friend's house so I can use their freezer. If you do have a freezer in your RV or van, great. If you have one of the Dometic fridges like we do, you can set it to become a freezer for while you're cooking, so you can always do that. Or you can find a friend with the freezer so you can stick them in their freezer. You just need to stick them there for long enough for them to freeze. You don't want to cook them when they're fresh like that, because the dough will cook a lot faster than the meat will that way, and then it will just separate. It's not going to be pretty. So you definitely want to freeze them before you cook them. So the water is boiling. So now we are going to place these little puppies in there. And then what you're gonna do is you gotta bring, once you put it in there, you gotta bring the water back to boil. And let them boil, and then you have to wait for the pelmenis to float. Once they're all floating, you want to keep them in the water boiling for about 3 more minutes, or until the meat is fully cooked. So you can open one after 3 minutes and check. Usually 3 minutes is enough. And once they float for 3 minutes, or once they're fully cooked, then you just, well, I'll just show you. How about that? Once all the prep is done, prep takes a long time, especially if you're doing it by yourself. But once it's all down and they're frozen, cooking them takes less than 10 minutes. You really just boil the water, put them in there, and it takes, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe of cooking them, and they're ready to go. And so you just take them out of the water, and what you do, you want to put a little bit of butter on there, just like that. So my favorite garnish is sour cream and chives. You can do just butter if you want to. You can do just sour cream. You can do ketchup. That's a popular one in Russia, is ketchup. Or you can do vinegar. Vinegar is a very good one as well. So we like sour cream, butter, sour cream, and chives. That's our favorite. So that's what we're gonna do. So you toss them around, melt the butter, because butter makes everything taste a lot better. Another way you can do it is you can put them in like warm chicken broth and make it kind of like a, almost like a dumpling soup. Sour cream. And then some chives. Ta-da! That's all ready to go.
Hot. It's delicious, but it's so hot. I thought I could just stick the whole thing in my mouth for some reason. It's way too hot.
Alright, do we have Judd's seal of approval?
Oh yeah.
Yes?
Definitely, these are delicious.
Yay!
Just gotta eat them slow when they're fresh.
Yes, look at that. Homemade Russian pelmeni. Well, I'm glad Judd loves it.
You're the best. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, well, this is it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you learn how to make pelmenis, which is one of my favorite foods. Anyways, don't forget to hit that like button. Definitely comment down below, let me know what else you want to see me cook. If you like this video, how can I improve on the cooking videos? I'm not a professional cook video maker, so if there's anything I missed or anything I can improve on, please let me know down in the comments below. And definitely don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.